Hello and welcome back to another World of Warcraft video. This time I'm going to be talking about a very cool mod called TellMeWhen. And I'm being distracted by the fact this person is in the exact same transmog as me. Oh well. Anyway, let's move on. So, this is a mod called TellMeWhen, and it's very fantastic for telling you basically when shit goes down. You can see it here where my mouse is, right above my target, unit frame. It's got icons for all the different sort of main big cooldowns that I use that are available. So I'll show you what happens when I use Bestial Wrath. And the way I have it set it up there, the buff from Bestial Wrath is called, I believe, Subliminal, and it appears just below Bestial Wrath, and then Bestial Wrath itself is at the top and it will display the cooldown. So not only does it display the cooldown of the ability, but it also displays the duration of the effect. And I'll do it again here for rapid fire. As you can see, it says there I have 10 seconds left in rapid fire and 3 minutes until it comes back. If I cast focus fire, it also appears there. Now it and Stampede don't have anything to do with each other, but I just like to put it there. And then also if I use my potion, it will appear there. Now this is very handy for lining up your cooldowns and stacking them. And the next thing I'm going to be doing is putting my various trinkets in here, my my ICD trinkets, which is pretty much, I think, just the Vicious Shadowpan, the Vicious Shadowpan one. But yeah, basically this will help you manage your cooldowns and not miss ability timings and stuff like that, and it's very handy. So how to set it up? Well, first of all, you want to go to Curse, install the Curse client, do all that shit, and get TellMeWhen. Now what you want to do is /tmw, no, /tmw, yeah, there we go. And basically now it'll just show all the bars. Now these things, I know that the bars look like they're sort of like some sort of grouped thing, but I can move them around the place. And of course put them out of alignment. I think that's roughly right. So when you right click, you're met with a whole bunch of options. Now there's these things like conditions, so you could add, you know, like when something equals something then something happens, stuff like that, but I don't actually think you need it for the vast majority of uses. Group conditions, that's groups being, you know, one group of buttons. Now these are not clickable to my knowledge, but you don't really need them to be clicked. So just for the purpose of testing, let's add another group. Now you can add bars, but I think icons are just far better. So look at this, we have a new row of shit. So if you want to, say, edit the first one, you just right click on it, and then it's here. Now the thing is, what do we want to track? Well, let's just do Bestial Wrath again, just for the purpose of showing you. So the first thing, you want to enable it, because that makes sense. Then we go to spell cooldown, choose your spell, so Bestial Wrath. Usually the one at the top will be the one the player does. Sometimes these are like NPC abilities, but there we go, Bestial Wrath. Now, show state, we want it when it's usable to be 100% opaque. When it's unusable, we want it to be 50. Just that means that it's nice and easy to see. We want to show the timers, and really these things, you don't need them. Conditions, you don't really need them, at least not for a hunter, and at least not for basic cooldown tracking, which is what I use this for. So now that we have that done, if we type in /tmw, then use Bestial Wrath, as you can see, it appears up there. And the next thing I'm going to show you is, I'll just get out of combat first, you can't edit any of this in combat, which is fair enough, I suppose. /tmw, right. Next thing, say we wanted to get the Bestial Wrath cooldown now. We would go to, I believe it's buffed /debuff, and then it's called Subliminal? No. I have an idea. I'll just do readiness, put myself in Bestial Wrath, and then find out it's the Beast Within. So spells to check, we go the Beast Within, and it's the which one is it? Sometimes it's hard to, you know, get the right one, and if you do get it wrong, then it's really just a case of retrying until you get the right one. It's pretty simple. So this will appear when the Beast Within is active. So we set it to buff because it's a buff, and then I don't think we need to check only mine, but yeah, because it's watching the unit of the player, so that's cool. Now when this is absent, we don't want it showing at all, and when it's present, we just want it there 100%, and we want it to have cooldown timers on it. And yeah, that should be that. Also, we need to enable it. That's one thing in TellMeWhen, you do need to be sure you enable everything. And this comes off cooldown in a few seconds, and we'll see if this works. So I'll do /TMW again to put it back into actual usability mode. And as you can see, we've just recreated my setup. Now, in terms of the things you want to track, if you're a dot class like a warlock or something, there's probably better ways to track your different, your like multi-dots and stuff. This is really just great for telling you when procs are up and helping you line up the procs, your different abilities and that kind of thing. You can make it work with trinkets. Well, you can make it work with trinkets that have an internal cooldown in the same way that I have my stuff set up, where you have the internal cooldown being triggered at the top, and then below that being the effect. Now, if it's an RPM or RRPM trinket or whatever, that basically just has a sort of a percentage chance to proc all the different time, then you can't really track when an internal cooldown is going to go off or anything. So what you want to track is really just the ability. So if you do happen to see it appear, then you can use it. I should probably just go over the bar configs as well. Not the bars, the groups. So when you are in your different groups, you can have all these different things. So, where it displays that sort of thing, different amount of rows, spacing. I could have probably just done this in one bar that was double the size and had 2 rows, but hey, I didn't. So you can do that, sort your icons, positioning, basically the usual jazz. So yeah, that's really, TellMeWhen, it's a simple mod in that, it just tracks things that appear in your buff bar or your abilities or things like that. But it's such an integral part of World of Warcraft, and as a hunter, which at the minute a Beast Mastery Hunter is a very cooldown related class, and it's, you do extremely, you do very good damage if you're able to line everything up perfectly. It's weird, hunters, we're one of those classes where you'll be really meh unless you play near perfectly. But hey, it just forces you to be better, right? So that's it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it, and if you are one of the classes that uses a lot of cooldowns and things, I really hope this benefits you, because it certainly is helping me out on the DPS front. So yeah, there you go. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, please hit that like button. And consider subscribing if you're new, because it would be great, and there's loads of other stuff that I do. Alright, so I'll see you next time.